Now you already know about Mission San Antonio de Valero, aka the Alamo. But what about the other 4 missions of San Antonio? Well, we're about to learn, starting with Mission Concepcion. Park the B-cycle and let's head in. Okay, so this is Park Ranger Tatum Weeks, and she's going to tell us a little bit about where we're standing right now.
Well, you're at Mission Concepcion,
Oh, it's beautiful.
the best preserved mission site here in the National Park here in San Antonio.
So why so many missions packed into this region here?
Yeah, we have 5 missions just 3 miles apart from each other. In the late 1600s, early 1700s, the San Antonio River is the only constant source of water here in this area.
Water's very important
Water
in
is
Texas.
vital. The Spanish missionaries are sent here to do the colonization work of the Spanish Empire. They are here to make the American Indian of South Texas into Spanish citizens.
Not a simple task, but the Spanish knew that to control the New World, they needed to control the people and make sure that they followed Spanish rules, of which there were 3. All rise for the rules of Spain. Número 1, speak a Spanish. Número 2, get a job. Número 3, be Catholic. And that last rule is why they built such beautiful churches.
Now, this church is really the closest one we have to what all of the churches really would have looked like. Nothing here has ever fallen apart. Our dome is original, and the bell towers, which are down there, those are original too.
Oh, amazing. So this has seriously withstood the test of time.
The best preserved site here in San Antonio.
And it would have been painted like this?
Exactly like this. All of these missions would have been painted. I call it a big old advertisement for Catholicism out here in the middle of the frontier. Remember, these Franciscans didn't have neon, they had fresco.
Ah.
But what's neat here is you get to see the original pattern of the church. They scraped away layers and layers and layers of old plaster, and they found the original pattern. So we look as close to our 1750 version as possible.
Amazing. And this is still in use today?
We are all active parishes here in the National Park. We have 4 churches within the National Park that are still active sites.
Wow. Still have their own congregations like they've had for 300 years. Amazing. So Concepcion is the best preserved mission, but now it's time to head about a mile downriver, Mission San Jose. You know, I had to ride the bike, but it looks like Tatum found a car.
Hey, Chad, I beat you.
All right, yeah, rub it
I
in,
know,
Tatum.
I know. Ha ha ha. Well, hey, welcome to Mission San Jose, the largest mission in North America. We are considered the queen of the missions because of our size.
Wow.
And one time we had over 400 native people living here.
So largest in terms of population or in the size of the grounds?
Size of the grounds. We're a 6-acre compound.
Wow, well, it looks like it's in great shape. I mean, is most of this original?
Oh, I wish. We're going on about 300 years here, so if we were original, our walls would be in great shape.
Okay, okay.
We were restored in the 1930s by the Works Progress Administration.
But one thing the wall does is it sort of blocks out the outside world, and you can really sort of look 360 degrees and feel like maybe you've stepped onto the original mission ground.
Absolutely, and that's what it's supposed to do.
One of the many reasons Mission San Jose is so popular, especially for weddings and wedding photographers. And the inside is just as stunning.
So this is San Jose's Retablo.
Wow.
It's pretty massive.
Pretty impressive.
It is.
I mean,
It's
it is
beautiful.
sparkly and beautiful, yeah, and freshly painted, you know?
Yes, it is. Very freshly painted. This Retablo was added about a year ago to this church.
Okay, so it's fairly new.
It is. This is for today's parish, most definitely. And I think the goal is also to celebrate the fact that this church is known as, well, the queen of the missions of San Antonio. So you gotta have a little gold for the queen.
She needs a little gold in her crown,
Yeah, she gotta have a little gold, a little bling.
Wow, I am impressed. And there's still 2 more missions downriver. The next is Mission San Juan, which paints a much more rustic picture of mission life. It's also the only San Antonio mission with a known and designated holy burial ground. You know, it is sad to think about, but death was actually a huge part of mission life. There were years when as much as 70% of the native population was killed by disease. Diseases carried over from the very missionaries that sought to help them. Now, even further down is the Spanish Aqueduct, a national historic landmark in its own right, used to carry water from the San Antonio River to the mission and its crops. Which brings us to the last mission, Mission Espada, which was actually the first mission in all of Texas when it was founded out east near present-day Palestine. Not just the Alamo, but all 5 missions of San Antonio are an amazing part of our Texas history and an absolute must-see for every Texan. For more information on the places we visited and to plan your next day trip, visit us online at thedaytripper.com. You can also like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. See you on the road!